Hello everyone, Leo here again in this wonderful location, Chilean physician and science fiction author and editor. And we're using, as you can see, this same location because we really liked it. Last time we recorded here with Alejandro, the man behind the camera. It was really good for our lungs, so we wanted to once again breathe the capital air here in Chile.
It's a great outdoors! It's fresh air!
Well, so this video is going to be kind of a short one because it's a big subject. I'm not going to be able to talk about all of it, but it's mainly about Chilean science fiction and Chinese science fiction and a certain relationship that has grown this last time. Some things that I want to tell you that at least that I have been able to do with people from China, which has been really nice.
I'm from the future. You should go to China.
So just as a brief introduction, what I wanted to mention about Chinese science fiction is you can check it out and study about it because it has a really long tradition. It goes back to many centuries ago. So it has a very rich tradition there. Many things that you can find out in books that are not very well known. But starting from the 1991 and so on, from the 90s, let's say, a whole new wave of authors and a whole new force of Chinese science fiction, let's say, started building up, and then you have what we have today, which is that we've gotten translations to Spanish and that people are getting to know actually Chinese science fiction authors and films and all of that. So it's actually a great moment, I believe, for Chinese science fiction. And for example, what I want to show you, one of the classical authors that nowadays we all know, it's gonna say Cixin Liu, but sometimes you're gonna find the Chinese way of writing the name, which should be, I believe, the last name first, Liu Cixin. And this was like the biggest one currently, at least for the Spanish-speaking market, because we've gotten most of the translations. So for example, this is one, it's in Spanish. And I chose this one to show you because this is The Wandering Earth, that is also a film that I believe is available in Netflix, which I said wrong just because they are not sponsoring our channel. But I could say it in a proper way. We love Facebook, Netflix, sorry. Anyway, Netflix, you can do something with us. So, The Wandering Earth, and that's the thing about Chinese science fiction, it's having a great time. This is one of the authors that you should check out. And also, a big part of this was influenced, the whole Chinese boom in terms of going through the world was because of it started being translated. One of the authors that's responsible for that, it's Ken Liu. Ken Liu was born in China as well, but then he migrated to the United States. I believe he's now there. And this author has translated many books, and thanks to that we also have them in Spanish, like this collection that it's available in Chilean libraries, which includes many other Chinese science fiction authors. So it's a great moment for that. Just to show you some others, for example, you can find Chen Chu-fan. I met him in the FutureCon, in the last one. We shared the panel. That was a great thing. Another author that I truly recommend. And for example, in the United States, you can also find Clark's World, the magazine, Clark's World. They're also doing a lot of publication in terms of Chinese science fiction. I got this one, for example, from Xia there, beautiful edition. And the last one that I got there was during the last Worldcon that I attended live in Washington, D.C., where I bought this one, Synapticon, which is it's a celebration of Chinese science fiction. So you can see it's a great moment, and it's a very interesting. That's the thing. It's a very interesting thing. New things to read. It's very exciting as a reader. So that's about it mainly. And now, what does this have to do with Chilean science fiction?
Explain yourself.
Well, I can tell you that some things have happening in terms of getting in touch, China and Chile. And mainly two things that I can tell you, big news that I was really happy about all of this. First of all, you can find it's in Chinese nowadays, but it will eventually be available in Spanish and or English. I wrote a piece for the World Science Fiction Frontier magazine, a magazine that's dedicated to science fiction articles, and they published one that I wrote for them about the history of Chilean science fiction, which you know about from the video I did. That was the main idea. And I also talked about and wrote about some of the current authors and books that I would recommend nowadays, so it was really fun. And that one got published, and that was a big thing. And that was thanks to all of the Chinese authors that I've met in different platforms during conventions around the world, thanks to the virtuality of nowadays. And Regina Kanju Wang, for example, she helped a lot in the process, so big thanks to her. And the last thing, and the very big news that's actually the main reason of doing this video, to let you know, is that one of my short stories, one that is in my first book, Más Espacio del que Soñamos, More Space Than We Dream Of, or that we can dream of. It doesn't have an official translation. One of those short stories got published in the most important Chinese science fiction magazine, which is the Science Fiction World magazine. And that was a big thing to accomplish. I'm very grateful of that. I'm very happy about that. And it was a whole process. And this magazine, the important thing is that it's been around since 1979, and it's currently, in terms of absolute numbers, the biggest in the world by far. It's just the biggest. So it's a big thing. It's a really, really nice thing. And the whole process was really fun because, you know, I spent several months working with the editor and doing all these kind of details to get the story in Chinese, in Mandarin Chinese. And it finally was out. So I don't have the physical copy of that magazine, but it should be traveling right now to Chile. We should get that physically. As soon as I get that, I'm going to show it to you, but I don't have it now. But it's printed, it was there, it's something that we're gonna show you some photos of it. They sent me some pictures of the physical magazine, so I got published in there in China itself. So that was a big thing. I am very happy about that, because I'm really interested in all the Chinese science fiction in general. And well, actually, if everything goes according to the plan, the 2023 Worldcon should be in China. Not sure if I'm going to be able to go virtually or if I'm going to be able to go there physically, but at least I want to go there virtually. We're really far away. Actually, Chile and China, in the maps, we're like the exact opposite places on planet Earth, so it's like the longest trip ever. But yeah, I wanted to show you this because this is what I got during the Washington, D.C. Science Fiction Convention, the last Worldcon that I attended. And I got this panda from Chengdu, which is where the 2023 Worldcon is going to be happening. This year is going to be in Chicago, by the way. But yeah, so that would be a really interesting thing. Let's see how we're going to be by 2023 in terms of our relationship with China, in terms of science fiction, but hopefully it's going to be even richer. And that's what I'm looking forward to. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Several books, so we're going to show you some pictures about it. Once again, I'm going to show you the magazine itself, where the publications happened. And as soon as I have the physical one and some translations of the article, I'm gonna let you know, but that's for now. So, hope you enjoyed this one too, and see you around. This is your friendly dermatologist. See you around in the next video. Take care. Bye.